Hello there! What's up, Pirate Nation? Arrow Pirate here, and today I'm going to be reviewing another action figure, and this one is the Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi series, Obi-Wan Kenobi Wandering Jedi from Kenner's Retro Collection. So, this obviously is made to look like an older figurine, just because of, like, how you can see with, like, how, like, the designs are, but we'll get more to that in a second. But either way, gauge is 4+, and I got this at Target for $12. On the back of the box, it has the classic picture of Luke and Leia, and it says, Star Wars Retro Collection is inspired by 1970s Star Wars figures and features original figure design and detailing. Continue your collection from the galaxy far, far away. And then it just says that in a bunch of other languages. And then it says that there are other action figures that you can get, which are, other than the Obi-Wan, you can get Darth Vader from the Dark Times, Ned B, Reva, the third sister, Grand Inquisitor, and fifth brother. Thing is the only other figure I'm probably going to get is Vader, because, I don't know, a lot of the other characters in the show didn't really interest me. I mean, they were cool characters design-wise and, like, motive-wise, especially Reva, but a lot of them were just brought down by bad acting. But, yeah, I mean, Reva and the Grand Inquisitor were, like, crucial characters, but, like I said, their acting was brought down, and the fifth brother and Ned B, I mean, I wouldn't really say they were important characters. I mean, if this were anything like a Marvel or DC collection, and you had to collect all the figures to build something bigger, and it was something I actually did want to build, then maybe I would do it. But, yeah, so I'm obviously just going to get Obi-Wan and Vader, and the first one is going to be Obi-Wan because it's his show. And, yeah, so give me 1 second to use this pair of scissors, and we'll cut him out of the box. Okay, so here is the box piece itself without the Obi-Wan figure, and you can also see that, sort of frame, which I think, if I remember correctly, this was from episode 2. Yeah, I think it was episode 2. And it's a really cool frame, how it's got, like, the little blue lights in the background. But, yeah, and then the box as we saw it. And, yeah. And then there's just this thing, which we've seen in the past with the Hondo figure and the, of Vader Rogue One figure. But, yeah. Just a bunch of, like, things saying, don't give to little kids because they'll choke, whatever. Anyways, here's the figure of Obi-Wan, and let's pop him out of his box, or his little confined prison. Oh, geez, there we go. And, yeah, I feel like if you take off this little robe he has on, yeah, so, taking off the little robe he has on, this looks way more like a, like, obviously you can see with, like, the draping over the neck. I think you can obviously tell this is probably a Kenobi figure. But really, it's sort of giving me vibes from, like, maybe Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith. But yeah, I still can see this as a Obi-Wan Kenobi movie figure. I mean, show figure. What the heck? Anyways, give me a second to reattach his robe. Okay, so here he is with the robe put back on. And, I know a lot of people will, like, take an action figure and, like, sort of, like, separate its arms out so they're outstretched like this, and then, like, slip the robe on like that. But I would not recommend doing that unless you want this to rip. What I would recommend, which is the way I got this back on, is I would put your Obi-Wan Kenobi so he looks sort of like he's running like Naruto, and then just slip the pockets through, because when I tried putting it on the way I just mentioned before, it felt like it was going to rip because it was very small. But yeah, anyways, then we can put up his hood, and obviously, since this is supposed to be like a retro collection figure, the hood doesn't really look that perfect for like a newer design, but considering the older design of the figures, I think this is perfect for the Obi-Wan figure. But anyways, let's move him out of the way real quick and look at his accessories. First, his lightsaber, because Obi-Wan using a blaster is something that I don't really think should happen, considering it's a, that he's a Jedi and not, I don't know, it just feels weird seeing some Sith and Jedi using blasters instead of lightsabers. Anyways, you can obviously tell again that this is supposed to be based on the retro collection, because normally nowadays Star Wars would have it so that, or like Kenner would have it so that their action figures, like their accessories looked better. Like the blue would be transparent, and the hilt would be silver, and it would be more like rounded out. But this you can obviously see is supposed to be like this because there's the blade and none of it is transparent. It's all just the same color. And then the handle, and it's got like, it doesn't even look like a lightsaber, it's just got like the 3 little buttons on each side. But it's still cool for, like I said, a retro figurine. And, yeah, pretty cool lightsaber. And then his other accessory, like I said before, is the blaster. Up and there it goes flying. Here we go. And here's the little blaster he has, which I'm not very familiar with Star Wars guns, but yeah, if any of you know what kind of blaster Obi-Wan had in his show, please do tell. And let's put these accessories into his hand. So here he is with his lightsaber, here he is with his blaster, and here he is with both. And I should also mention that the blaster doesn't really hold well in his hand, because when I try to push it the way it's supposed to be tilted, it just bends back. But yeah. Anyways, looking back on this figurine, and the blaster's right down here, because like I said, it feels weird having Obi-Wan holding a blaster. But yeah, looking back on this figure, I think it's a really cool figure. Kenner really outdoes themselves when it comes to the retro figurines, because this perfectly looks like a retro figurine of Obi-Wan, and I really do like it. I like how perfectly they portrayed Ewan McGregor, despite the fact that it's a supposed to look older. Because even then, some of the older figures really captured their respective counterparts, like the Mandalorian series, which I was a fool not to pick up any of the characters. But still, I think this figure was awesome. I kind of wish that it had movable joints like some of the others, but then again, it is a retro figure. However, I feel like if Kenner gave them movable joints, that would have bumped it up a little bit for me. So, yeah, but considering how it's supposed to be a retro figure, I know I've said that a lot in this video and you're probably getting tired of it, but considering it's supposed to be a retro figurine, I'm not going to give it too much hate for having those shorter arms. However, I wish those hands held the gun a little bit better, and they were a little bit tighter for the lightsaber. So, yeah, plus the cloak kind of could use some work, just to make it so that it doesn't feel as easily rippable. So, yeah, I'll probably give this figure 7 out of 10, which is also what I gave the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, as a matter of fact. And, yeah. Anyways, that was it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to smash the subscribe button, hit the like button as well, type in the comments whatever the heck you want. Go subscribe to my boys DMJ and Tyler, who is finally returned to YouTube after all this time. I don't know if I said that in another video. Stay tuned, because my friends, 2 of my other friends are going to be coming soon, and then another friend who wants to introduce himself separately. But, yeah, more friends are coming. As soon as I can get the flippin' camera equipment to work, we will be doing it. But until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Don't be, but I'll see you guys there. Peace out, Pirate Nation.